Yeah, I think people look at things too black and white. So they think marketing, coaching,
Yeah.
get people marketing. I'll just find people and they'll buy my stuff. It's not really like that. It's more like a funnel. So you see maybe like 100,000 people see us a month on X. Of those, maybe 10% follow. Maybe a 10% of those maybe send us a DM asking a question. Maybe 10% of those get on a call. Maybe 10% of those become clients. So it's the full funnel. And obviously, the community costs $3 a day, so there's no excuses really for not joining if you want to actually better yourself. I think
Yeah.
that's a big thing that I see with the difference between the 10% and the 90% is the 10% are willing to invest in themselves, um, because they're not scared of failure. I
Yeah.
think often that people don't want to invest in themselves because it means they're committed, and when they're committed, if they fail, their friends are going to think, oh, he actually tried and he still
Mm.
failed. But I think there's no point not trying because you're going to fail anyway. So you might as well try. And if you fail, you learn something. And if you succeed, you succeed. But you're not going to succeed if you're not trying, and you're not investing in yourself because that's what it takes. There's a lot of competition. You've got to invest in yourself. And if
Yeah.
you don't, you're cooked. You're part of the 90%.
That's it.
So yeah,
That's
that's what
it.
it is.
Yeah. For me, we created the school community because 90% quit or fail, right? Be the 10% who succeed. We understand that maybe there's a difficult time in life at the moment and money situation is different for everyone, but we generally want to help people. Yes. Being that 10%. And we want to make that number less, obviously, don't we? You know, we want to create something like this so it's not 10%, so it's 6%, well, even more than that, 10, 12% who succeed, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it might be. We want to make that 90% that fell smaller. But what sort of things are we going to cover? What does a coaching community actually look like?
Yeah, so ours is going to be really good. We've got, I promise, we've got courses. So we've got, well, not courses, we've got the PDFs, which is the full funnel from everything we talked about here, the Bird of
Yeah,
Paradise dance, teaching you all the different platforms, how to use multiple platforms, how to become more efficient, um, and sales calls as well. And these unlock with the longer you stay in the community, so that you can get the most out of each part and really master it before you move on. On top of that, we've got the live sessions, Q&As. Any questions you have, we'll answer. Because the chances are, if you've got that question, everyone else, well, like 80% of people will have that question as well.
yeah.
They just won't really talk about it because they don't want to look silly or whatever that is. You
Mm.
don't look silly, you look like a normal coach who hasn't been taught marketing, which is all of them. But yeah, Q&As will be cool, I think, talking to people. And then on top of that, we've got obviously the community itself. So we've got coaches,
Yeah.
helping each other, telling us what works for them, context dependent stuff. And obviously you got the DMs on there as well. So we'll obviously answer those
Yeah.
for the one-to-one questions. $3 a day, no brainer,
Mm.
really. It's gonna be really good. I'm actually excited to help more people.
Me as well. I can't wait. It's a journey I can't wait to invest myself in.